Hi friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another paper pumpkin alternative video on my YouTube channel and blog. If you're new to my channel, I want to say hi. This video will share alternative projects to stretch your paper pumpkin supplies. If you don't know what paper pumpkin is, click the link in the description box below and check it out. So come along with me as I attempt to create out of the box. Hi friends, welcome to the paper pumpkin kit called Full of Charm for June 2025. We got a pretty peacock ink spot. I'll go over the stamp set in a second. We have supplies for 9 cards and envelopes. And the coordinating colors are Basic Beige, Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, Timid Tiger, and Gold. So this is the instructions. I usually show you how to put the cards not together the way they were intended. But on the back side here, there is some extra products that you can get. And I think if you're just starting out your stash, it's a really affordable way to do so. Anyway, here we are here's the stamp set. There's Let's Celebrate You, Happy Birthday to a wonderful friend, Thank You, Miss You, a leaf, a sprig, and a flower spray. All right, so this is my first card today. So I recently went to let's just call it a card class, but it was put on by Stampin Up, and they reminded me to use this product from my Take Your Pick tool. It is like this dashed rotary blade. So it creates just a little, it's almost like stitches. And I thought, you know what? I haven't used it ever. And I had this particular tip for the Take Your Pick tool. I never used it, so I'm using it today. And it's about, what am I using? About 1/4 inch from the edge of the borders and envelope area, borders and creased area. Sorry, I don't know why I had the envelope in mind. We don't sacrifice an envelope in this video today, so how about that? That's news. So you can't really see it when it's just white on white, but when I brought in a little bit of this ink, I felt like you could see it. So that is Timid Tiger. It's the in color orange. It's very nice. I really like it. It's almost creamsicle-y, if you know what I mean. Which reminds me, if you're Canadian and you want to do an in-color club, I'm happy to facilitate that for you. Link in the description if you want to join up. So that was my marker, and I gave a little spray of spritzing of ink. I also like that little technique. Here's another technique. This is the die cut that came in the kit, and what I'm going to do is I just have glue sort of on my silicone sheet here, and I'm laying my die cut obviously the wrong way, so it's the white side, not the colored side, and I'm laying that right on my glue. And basically it's going to be touched the back of everything pretty much, but it's not overkill. So if there's one thing that I dislike about our multi-purpose glue is that it gets everywhere. And it's sticky, surprise, surprise, for glue, but it does drive me a little nuts. I'd rather use dry adhesive, to be honest, but dry adhesive on these die cuts is impossible. So just by putting a little line of glue on my silicone mat, and actually I just roll that glue off of the silicone sheet. It does not stick around. So I put that on the bottom, I don't know, third of my card, and now I'm cutting off the excess. And just like anything, I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to adhere the cut portion to the top of my card. So far we've got ink blending, we've got stripping or spritzing, we've got sort of a faux stitching, and now we have a die cut in two to make 2 focal pieces on the card. We're not finished yet, folks. This is my first card. All right, so I come out, so I tap everything down. I come out with a very small, understated thank you sentiment, which is in the Paper Pumpkin kit. And I use the pretty peacock. All right, I'm burnishing that crease, flipping my card over. It's still not 100% dry, so I'm being careful. I've sped this up immensely, and basically on all the flowers, not the leaves, but just the flowers, the open petaled flowers, I go over with Wink of Stella. So this is going to do a couple of things. It's going to make the flower sort of stand out, and it's also going to sort of move a little bit of that ink that I kind of put on there. So these gold sequins came in the kit, so I'm going to put them in a triangle formation so that they surround the sentiment, and that is my first card. Moving on to our second card, I have this pretty card base from the kit. I'm going to cut this card in half. I will use the side without flowers today on this card, and then the flowers in the next card design. But I wanted to show you, if you wanted to stretch your paper pumpkin, you could just put, that on a basic white card base, and you have twice as much paper, or like proper card. So anyway, on the left side and on the right side of this card, I made a tick, inch down and an inch up. So inch down on the left-hand side and an inch up on the right-hand side. So basically, all right, we have a basic white thick card base that I am folding with my bone folder, and then we're coming in with that card base with the speckles on it. You can also see I'm adding a piece of basic black cardstock that has adhesive sheet behind it. If you don't have adhesive sheet, you could just trim a little bit of your basic black and with a little bit of glue. I love this because that adhesive sheet just makes this little piece of cardstock a sticker. And basically when I'm creating like this, all I want to do is go, 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 go. I want to get the design done. I want to make something cool. So as you can see, I am just covering up that unsightly seam. I do not like things that aren't polished. So even though my cards sometimes may be simple, they will have a element of polished, like the design will have been thought about. All right, so these are the two leaf die cuts that come in the kit. I flipped them over because I want to color them what I want to color them. So the little buds I'm going to use Timid Tiger, which is the new in color. And then, believe it or not, everybody, the leaves I will use my finger dauber to color with Mossy Meadow. So you probably, if you know me, and if you know my channel at all, Mossy Meadow is my least favorite color. I like a lot of different greens. I'm just not liking this one. And today is not necessarily, actually, it's not bad today because it's not full strength. And it's probably maybe twice that I've used this ink pad. But anyway, not to digress, I'm sure a lot of people actually tell me in the description how much you love Mossy Meadow, because I'd be interested in to find how many people like it. I actually, probably my favorite is Shaded Spruce or Granny Apple Green, but I realize that, we're all different. All right, so I'm going to use the same trick that I used on the die cut before. Oh, and sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I inked up the stamp set that says "Let's Celebrate You." I stamped on a circle label that came in the kit. One dimensional goes down, and I'm placing it where I think it needs to be. And then the same trick with my silicone mat, a little bit of wet glue, and I am going to tap. And I mean, I could probably use a tweezer if I wanted to, but this is just simpler. And basically, so I have glued up my little branches there. One thing I will say about coloring with daubers is I got light and dark shades, so I don't mind this Mossy Meadow too much. But I will let you know that I don't own any of the Mossy Meadow cardstock. Just saying. Not my favorite color. I think it's because it's a little too ashy. It's not bright. And when I think of green things, I think of bright, you know, like Granny Apple Green or Lemon Lime Twist, or even some of our Shy Shamrocks, like they're a little bit brighter, or the depth and richness of that shaded spruce. Anyway, me going on about my likes and dislikes of a certain color. So a dimensional went on that little blossom, and here is the gold embellishments, and that is my second card. Don't forget that I encourage everybody to comment on my video. It really helps my small channel grow, but also it will it's interesting to see what people like. So whether or not you like the first, second, or third card, I'm interested to know. So anyway, here is my third and final card for this month. And again, the paper pumpkin box is called Full of Charm for June of 2025. I'm just cutting down a little piece of that striped, it's gold embossed kind of a card. And then I flanked it. Is that what you call it? I matted it with the Berry Burst. And I adhered that full on to a basic white thick card base. And then I do some fussy cutting. So remember how I said that top portion of that card would be used in the third card? Well, I am going to use it, but not in the way that's intended. When I look to do alternative cards, I look to really shake things up, something that you wouldn't normally think of. So that being said, I fussy cut all of the flowers out from that card front. So moving on, and trying to stay in real time here. Here's my basic white thick cardstock, and just folding down and creasing the scored line, and then putting down my matted card front piece. By the way, so I was negative about Mossy Meadow, but I will tell you this little secret between you and me. Berry Burst is one of my absolute favorite colors. All right, so you guys, I'm fussy cutting this, and we are going to be fussy cutting together, but I sped this up really fast. I wanted to share with you how I do it and to make it look cohesive, right? So I'm being very careful. I'm being very thoughtful, mindful about going around the pieces. But if something looks like, you know, like a little mouse bit out of it, I most likely will trim that edge and smooth out, say, a leaf or whatever, so it has to be a leaf shape. Just because there's no white around it doesn't mean that it can't be fussy cut out. So I am sharing the full entire procedure here, and I know sometimes watching someone just cut paper is maybe not the most exciting thing, and I do apologize. You can spin along first if you aren't into it, but sometimes sometimes folks need a little bit of encouragement saying, well, how did she do that? So this is an easy way of doing it. So the only things that I actually, I use this little light green leaf, but not this Cajun Crave leaf, and also not the blue flower. It just didn't go with my overall color scheme. But I cut it out anyway, and I could use it in a project coming up using my leftovers. So I turned that little bit of paper around, and I put stamped Miss You for the sentiment. And the reason why I did this and didn't pull out, another extra piece of basic white or anything, the white from the paper pumpkin kit and the basic white paper are two totally different papers, two totally different whites, and you can see the difference. So you probably be able to see it better on card number 2, but I didn't mind that contrast. This, I will mind the contrast if I was to stamp Miss You and then have that circle die that I just die cut from obviously one of my favorite stylish shapes dies. I used the circle. It's stitched, and probably one of my favorite die sets. So I put the Miss You on there, and then I'm just using CO Plus here to adhere my largest timid tiger flower with leaf. And I tried to be really intentional on the flower so it didn't look like the Full of Charm kit. Some I put up on dimensionals, as you can see, this Berry Burst flower. And I also put the circle that has the speckles on it and the sentiment. I put that up on dimensionals. And let's see, what else can I tell you? So this video goes live today, the 30th of June. By the 2nd, I will have the Paper Pumpkin Alternative PDF available for sale for anybody, Americans, Canadians, what have you. You're welcome to purchase it. And then my other PDF that I gift to my customers will also go out in the mail. So there's lots of PDFs that are coming after this video is done. So we usually have to wait till the end of the month or the beginning of next month. For all the Canadians out there, I hope you have a lovely Canada Day. For all the Americans out there, happy Independence Day. And that's it for me. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, for all the comments you leave, for the thumbs up and all the YouTube-y things. If you haven't subscribed it yet, please consider it, as it really helps my small channel grow. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.